What's going on, guys? It's Ryan here with Get Rich or Die Mowing, coming at you on Super Bowl Sunday, which, if you are a Cowboys fan like myself, probably means two things. The first is that you will be watching two teams play that are not the Cowboys. The second being that your season probably begins this week if you are in the lawn care game. But the title of this video is Reasons Why You Should Not Start a Lawn Care Company. Why would I make that video? Because I'm trying to keep it real. There's so many videos out there promising you $1 zillion a year if you just mow 10 yards a day. It's not that simple. There's more to it. There is a dark side. This video explores that. I'm not trying to be negative. I'm just trying to keep it real. That's right, guys. First thing, oversaturation in the marketplace. There's too many lawn care guys. If you live in an area like myself that's doing well and booming, they're building houses like crazy, that brings in all the lawn care guys because they all think that it's going to be quick, easy money. Maybe it is and maybe it isn't, but you're going to be lumped in with all the other guys. There's going to be some that are good, some of them that are bad, some of them that won't be around in a month, but you'll be smack dab in the middle as a new guy. How are you going to prove to the customers that they should hire you and not the other 150 guys? It's going to be an uphill battle. Also, if you live in an area like mine, Texas, the regulations are extremely lenient. Basically, if you have a truck and a lawnmower, you can say that you're a lawn care company and start work tomorrow. It's not the same in a lot of other businesses. If you want to work in heating and cooling, you need to pass a test to be certified by the EPA so you can buy Freon. If you want to be a roofer, you need to be licensed and bonded. If you want to be a truck driver, you need a CDL license. In lawn care, not so much. You can basically just set up shop and start earning money tomorrow. The next reason to not start a lawn care company is it is physically demanding and very taxing on your body. Over the years, your body will take an absolute beating. Your back will hurt, your knees will hurt, your neck will hurt. We're constantly hunched over a weed eater. We're bumping around on lawnmowers. We're carrying bags of mulch, big rocks, and awkward positions. Over the course of years, it wears you out. As males, we generally peak around age 27 or so. Every year after that, it's going to get a little harder and a little harder. I know you're watching this and you're thinking, I'm a young guy, I'm strong, I'm tough, I can definitely handle it. And maybe in 10 years' time, you'll be in a position where you don't need to do any of the physical work. You'll be able to hire a full crew so you can sit back and just focus on sales and watch the money come in. If so, that's great. Just be aware that if you're not in that position and you still have to physically work, it does take a toll on your body. The wear and tear adds up. It's real. That's right. What you earn is what you earn. There's no extra benefits, no retirement, no 401k, no insurance. That means if you take a particularly tricky property, slip and fall into a hole, twist your ankle, and screw your knee up on week one, there's nobody there to bail you out. Even if you go to work for a lawn care company that's a larger company, they generally hire people on a 1099 contract, meaning you don't have any benefits or rights. You're just a warm body there running a weed eater. That's it. My daughter, I happen to have a grown daughter. She recently graduated college, landed a great job on day one, paid insurance. She goes to the hospital if she has a hangnail, goes to tons of doctor's appointments, healthy as a horse. She'll probably live to 106. I'll probably be dead at 50, guys. Lawn care, if you're interested in health care and a long, healthy lifestyle, probably not the way to go. It's just something to think about. If you are looking for a job where you know exactly how much your paycheck will be week after week, this is not it for you. You will not be able to pencil in 40 to 60 hours every single week. You will be at the mercy of the weather, the rain, the droughts, the winter. It all adds up and it all takes money out of your pocket. Some weeks the weather will cooperate. You'll have a great week where money seems like it's flowing like wine. Other times you'll be broke and eating canned spaghetti. Such is life in the lawn care game. It's hard to find employees. If you're lucky, you'll have family help you. I've had a lot of help. My mom has been the phone person for years. Generally, if you call the business line, she's going to be the one to answer. I call her my secret weapon. I've also worked with my youngest daughter, I worked with my son, and I worked with my wife. I was very fortunate to have family help. When I branched out and tried to hire people, the results have been mixed. Please allow me to tell you a short story if you have time. And I'm guessing that you do because you were just watching a YouTube video of some guy talking about lawn care. When I was new in the game, I hired a fella that I knew. I wouldn't say we were friends, but more like acquaintances. I knew that he had a criminal record. He had some felonies, some drug stuff, some violent stuff. But he had a new fiance, a new baby at the house, and he swore to me that his ways had been completely changed. He was a new man. I said, okay, I'll give you a shot. We went out, did a few yards. He did okay. He wasn't a superstar worker, but he was all right. We went to one property where the owner lived in some other city. This was a rental property that he just bought and wanted to fix up. Property was completely ragged out, trashed out to the max, stuff all over. The guy wanted us to clean it up so he could rent it out soon. We said, sure. Picked up all the garbage. We were out there for a few hours, finished up, went home. I think things are fine. The next night, I get a call from said worker. It was the weekend, so it was one of our days off. He's bragging to me that he went back out to that property. I said, what property? He said, the one that we went out there and cleaned up. I said, why did you go back out to that property? He said, well, I kicked in the side door and stole a TV. Then I went to the pawn shop and sold it. I didn't have words. I said, are you are you serious? He was serious. I said, are you expecting me to give you a pat on the back and tell you, great job, keep it up? He was high as a kite. He was back on whatever he was using, wasn't in his right mind. I should have never hired him. So I told him, obviously, you're fired. And if you ever call me, if you ever come around my house, if you ever bug me for payment, I will turn you over to the authorities and you will be arrested again. In the meantime, I have to go buy a door, a lock, and a flat screen for this customer. And I have to look like a total jackass because it's my company. It's not yours. And you have embarrassed me. That's right. No useful work experience. It's hard to believe, guys, but in the eyes of many, being a lawn guy is not a skilled profession. And they're actually right. Any idiot can operate a lawnmower, handle a weed eater. The only thing it really shows the world is that you're a hard worker and can work outside in the heat. That's pretty much it. If you ever want to transition later in life to work at a bank, be a tech bro, work as a car salesman, it looks bad on a resume. I've actually had a lot of folks tell me just to lie if all I've done is work in lawn care for the past decade. Unpaid hours. What does that mean exactly? That's all of your drive time that you're not able to bill for. You only can charge money when you're actually doing work, not driving to and from customers' houses. Also, all the bids, all of your estimates. You're going to give quite a few estimates where the customer says, let me think about it, or it's a little steep for me, or the answer is just flat out, no, I'm going to go with someone else. You still have to pay for gas and time getting out there, and you have absolutely zip to show for it. The last thing is collections, getting paid. Eventually, you'll probably get to an automated system where you can send out an invoice, customers pay you, things are wonderful. But at first, you're not going to have the money to pay for the software that does all of those amazing things for you, which is going to force you to physically go to some customers' houses who decide to not pay you on time. Here's a quick story for you all so you can see how this could become a problem in time. A few years ago, I was a little short on regular customers. Out of the blue, I get a call from a guy who wanted me to mow his commercial property that was not developed yet, that had been ticketed by the city. It hadn't been mowed all year and was about 5 feet tall. It was lots of acres, really too many for the machinery that I had. I had never mowed such a huge property. The property was also completely rough and rutted up where trucks had gone out there when it was wet and left these huge ruts. So the property was, it just banged you around and you felt like you were in a constant car collision. It was horrible. I bid the property what I thought was a fair price. It was pretty high, well over $1,000. It would end up taking me about 2 full days each mow to go out there. I ended up doing the property for several years. The problem was, the customer was an Indian fellow, which is fine. I have no problem with him being Indian. But part of the year he lived in India. The other part, he lived in a wealthy area north of Dallas, nowhere near me. His house was about an hour drive from me. I thought, no issue. He can pay me through Venmo or PayPal or mail me a check or whatever. He didn't want to do any of those options. It was kind of like a power trip. He wanted me to drive to his house. Problem was, he wouldn't answer his phone. Sometimes he wouldn't answer his door. I couldn't get a hold of him. I would literally go for 2 months, not hear a word from him, thinking that I had just wasted 2 full days and done tons of damage to my own body and lawnmower. And then randomly he would show up. The guy was calling all the shots. It was a power trip move. Drove me crazy. Eventually, I cut him off. That's just one of those examples how you really have to factor in, is this really worth it? Is this worth my time? Is it worth 1 hour driving there and 1 hour back just to get this one check, which the guy doesn't even appreciate? I decided on not and dropped the guy. The last reason I have to not start a lawn care company is the burnout. It's real. You're going to be doing the same thing day after day, presumably for years. There will come a point where you feel like nothing that you're doing matters. You're going to have a lack of social interaction. It starts to wear on you. The lack of benefits. You see the progress your friends are making in life. You started off red hot, making money at a young age, but now you're 30, 35. Your friends have jobs with benefits, retirement plans, all that stuff. You're still stuck mowing yards. It's kind of like being a professional poker player. Very few guys who start a lawn care company ever get to where they have a fleet of vehicles, where they get to sit in an office, just do the bids and the estimates, let the other folks do the work, and make profit for years and years. It's kind of the same as poker. A lot of folks play it, but only a very small percentage actually make a living at it over the course of years and years. So if I haven't scared you off, if you still want to get in there and give it a shot, go for it. I'm going to also make a video on the positives of lawn care and why you should start a lawn care business. This was just the negative stuff. Just want to put that out there because not a lot of guys talk about it. I just want to be honest. All right, guys, until the next one, see you.